buddy in there, huh?
Hey, Raffle, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
What's up? What's up? You get your better half here. This is good. The brains behind the operation. Good, how are you? I guess we're anywhere. I guess
Rachel, do you know how to turn this up? That
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2025 West Hartford Mayor's State of the Town Address. We're very excited to have you all here. I want to start by thanking our sponsors for your support for our community. Our presenting sponsor is TD Bank. Our gold sponsors are Blueback Square, Clifton Larson Allen, Jasco Development, Liberty Bank, One Park West Hartford Apartments, People's Bank, and Tea Leaf Realty. Our silver sponsors are Butter Cannabis and Westfield Bank, and our media sponsors, AMP Radio, 2020 Media, and WeHa.com. We also want to thank our hospitality providers, our host, the Mandel JCC, and then our food and drink is provided by La Mazet and Harvest Wine. I would now like to welcome our West Hartford Chamber President and CEO, Chris Conway.
Before I begin, let's hear it for Kate, who did a lot of the behind-the-scenes coordinating, including checking you in probably 2 minutes ago. And I would also like to invite, actually, I don't need these. I'd also like to invite you to welcome the newest member of the Chamber team. She is standing right there, Ali Bellucci. And when I say new, I mean real new. Like 2 hours new. This is her first day on the job, so welcome, Allie. We look forward to having you on the team. Like Kate, I too want to welcome you all to tonight's event. I'd like to extend a special welcome to Mayor Cantor and her husband, Michael. Thank you for all you do for our community and beyond. I would also like to give a special acknowledgement to the mayor's mother, Rose, who has been a regular attendee at this event. She couldn't join us tonight, but she has already asked if it's being recorded, which it is. So, hi, Rose. We miss you, and we will see you soon. I'd like to take a moment to share a brief update about the West Hartford Chamber relative to its relationship and partnership with the town. We'll try that again. The strength and leadership of West Hartford enhances our ability to be the organization that we are today. West Hartford is the largest town in New England by population. Our chamber, at 580 individual businesses and nonprofits, is the largest single-town chamber in the state of Connecticut. While most of our members call West Hartford their home, we also have members in 50 additional towns outside of West Hartford and 4 states out of Connecticut. West Hartford embraces and celebrates its diversity in so many ways. Our chamber also aspires to do this. We are the only suburban chamber in Connecticut with a dedicated committee to support minority-owned and represented businesses. 2025 marks the 5th anniversary of our Minority Business Network. Last month, they held their 3rd annual Black History Month breakfast. Last year, the Chamber facilitated over 120 in-person events and opportunities to network and collaborate, most notably nearly 30 ribbon cuttings, which our mayor, town council, and town staff know all too well. In the past year, we partnered with the town on 3 major community events: the annual Holiday Stroll, which we also partnered with West Hartford Center Business Association and Blueback Square. The Chamber also provided marketing support and volunteers for Celebrate West Hartford. Lastly, our WeHa Wellness open-air health and wellness fair was also co-facilitated with the town and Blueback Square. Speaking of wellness, one of the many wonderful aspects of the Mandel JCC is its fitness center and its sports amenities. In that spirit, I'm going to encourage a bit of exercise to celebrate our shared successes. If you're able to, please stand to be recognized. If you work for the town, please stand. You can remain standing, and I'd like to invite members of the town council to stand. I'm not going to leave anybody out. If you're still seated, please stand. From the University of Connecticut with a bachelor's degree in communications, and also is a certified trained chef graduating from the Connecticut Culinary Institute. Rachel lives in West Hartford with her husband and 2 kids. Rachel Stein. It is tenuous. You have to hold it off.
Thanks, Chris. Okay. All right. Good evening,
evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mandel JCC. We are so honored this year to host, again, the State of the Town Address, as well as to welcome Mayor Cantor, who are engaged and dedicated community members. The Mandel JCC, here we are committed to being a place where community thrives, whether it's through our fitness and wellness programs, our cultural events, or opportunities to come together like tonight. We are proud to be a gathering place for West Hartford's vibrant and diverse community. Thank you for being here and for your commitment to our town and for all that you do to help West Hartford continue to grow and flourish. I really hope you enjoy the evening, and welcome to the JCC.
I'd now like to introduce Christopher Clark. He is the chairperson of the board of directors, and he's going to say a few words. Chris is a private client advisor with Key Bank and Key Investment Services. In his role, he is responsible for connecting high net worth individuals in institutions with strategies that can help them reach their financial goals. In addition to serving as the chairman of the board of directors of the West Hartford Chamber, he is also a founder and current member of the Chamber's Minority Business Network, which somebody tells me just turned 5. Chris is a graduate of Brooklyn College with a bachelor's degree in psychology. He is also a graduate of the University of Connecticut with a master's of business administration, concentrating in finance and management. A native of Brooklyn, New York, Chris began his financial services career in 1998. He relocated to the greater Hartford area in 2002 and joined Key Bank in August of 2024. In his free time, Chris loves cooking. Chris is also a single dad who resides in West Hartford with his 3 daughters. It is now my pleasure to introduce Christopher Clark. I'll shake hands after I'd like over the microphone.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is afternoon still, right? Okay, perfect. It is my pleasure to introduce our presenting sponsor for TD Bank, Steve Litchfield. Steve joined TD Bank in October of 2015 as a regional vice president of the greater Hartford market. He has over 30 years of experience in commercial banking in a variety of credit and sales management roles. Steve works with privately held family businesses and public companies to provide them with the services and products needed to support their businesses. Steve is on the Ambassador Advisory Board at the Bushnell Center for the Performing Arts, current director and former chair of the community campaign of the United Way of Central and Northeast Connecticut, and the past president of the Exchange Club of West Hartford. Steve holds a Bachelor of Arts from Colby College and an MBA in Finance and Marketing from Boston College. Steve is also a proud resident of West Hartford. It is my pleasure to introduce Steve Litchfield.
Thank you, Christopher.
Careful, like this.
It's a little slippery there. No worries. So don't hold the Boston College thing against me, okay? I know there's a lot of University of Connecticut folks here, right in front here as well. Thank you for that kind introduction, Christopher, and welcome everyone. It's great to see again a large and committed audience for the Mayor's State of the Union or State of the Mayor's Address, so we look forward to her comments in just a little bit. Let me first acknowledge the leaders in our chamber. Chris and Kate, and now the newest addition, Allie, do so much for all of us, whether it's organizing our networking events, educational forums, just bringing us all together with limited resources but tremendous energy and a work ethic to get a lot done. So thank you for all your efforts on our behalf. I also want to thank the Mandel JCC and its executive director, David Jacobs. I don't see David here tonight, for hosting us here in this facility and on this property, which is so important to our community. Since 1915, over 100 years, the JCC has offered a wide variety of wellness, fitness, cultural, and educational opportunities to our community. So thank you, David, and to his entire team from the JCC. And on behalf of TD, we are proud to once again sponsor the Mayor's State of the Town Address. There's always a great amount of interest in what our mayor has to say about the achievements, the growth, and opportunities that lie ahead for our town, its businesses, and its residents. And as a resident in West Hartford for over 30 years, I too appreciate these updates in this forum. Before I introduce the mayor, let me just take a minute just to let you know what's happening at TD with a focus on two things, our culture and our people. At TD, we are committed to making a meaningful and positive contribution to the individuals, families, and businesses and communities within our marketplace. We serve on boards, work with neighborhood groups, and donate hundreds of hours of volunteer time with numerous civic and not-for-profit organizations, including the West Hartford Exchange Club, the Children's Museum, and the American School for the Deaf here in town. TD has concentrated its community investments on affordable housing, financial literacy, and education. We also dedicate a significant portion of our resources to health and human services to meet the increased demand for basic services, food, clothing, and shelter, particularly for low and moderate income individuals and communities. Last year, we completed a project just down the street in Bloomfield with Levo International, a hydroponic farm that grows a variety of vegetables for our local community. And we move furniture and household items to families throughout the region, working with Journey Home, based here in the Elmwood section of town. Both projects involved efforts to improve the lives of the homeless and those who suffer from food insecurity concerns here in our region. I also wanted to mention a program that we have, which is called Housing for Everyone. The TD Foundation awarded My Sister's Place in Hartford a grant for $150,000 last year for their work in the mission they're doing on Pliny Street in Hartford. If you haven't been down there, it's a fantastic project. They renovated an old manufacturing building, and it really serves as a model for our community. That's still working? We'll see. We have two branch offices, or stores as we call them, here in West Hartford, one at Cedric Plaza in South Main, the other one here in Bishop's Corner. I'm joined today by Mark Milligan and Amisha from our commercial banking team, Casey Gaffney and Max Pella from our store on Cedric Plaza. So please stop by, visit us. We'd love to learn more about your business or your individual situation. We're here to help and support you and support our community. Now let me introduce the mayor. Sherry Cantor is the mayor of West Hartford. She joined the town council in 2004 and served as deputy mayor from November 2011 to May of 2016 when she became mayor. She's a registered CPA, and her work experience includes public accounting at PricewaterhouseCoopers and insurance industry work at Cigna. Sherry has served as a University of Connecticut trustee, her alma mater, since 2013. She is a West Hartford Rotarian, chair of the Connecticut Children's Medical Center Foundation Board, a board member of the Hartford Stage and West Hartford Art League, and a Bushnell ambassador as well. She also serves on the Boys and Girls Club Advisory Board and the Playhouse on Park. Sherry received the Hartford Business Journal's Women in Business Award in March 2021. In February 2021, the Hartford Business Journal named Sherry and Michael one of the top 50 power couples. Sherry was inducted into the University of Connecticut Business Hall of Fame in March 2017. She was named the Malta Wonder Woman in 2016, Best Community Leader, Hartford Magazine 2012, West Hartford Rotarian in the year 2012, and in 2011, Hartford Magazine put her on the best dress list. Only 1 year. I'm surprised we got to continue that. Sherry and Michael have been married for nearly 40 years. They are parents of 4 young men and their daughter-in-law, Josh and Teresa, Sam, Ben, and Jacob. And they are really enjoying being grandparents to Josh and Teresa's daughter, their 2.5-year-old granddaughter, Louisa, and 4-month-old little sister, Ruby. Please join me in welcoming our mayor, Sherry Cantor.
Okay. I'm going to have to just move. I think it'll work. All right. I don't know.
If this was a problem.
Where's the, service. Can you take that one?
Take it off.
All right. I grew. Yay. You never know. I have podium fears. I do. Okay. I will, our son, the musician, I'll talk in tune. Can you hear me okay? Is that all right? Okay. Steve, thank you for the wonderful introduction. Thank you for TD Bank's commitment to community. It is really appreciated and so important, and we really are grateful. I do feel too tall, but okay. Am I too short that way? Is that okay? No. Too short? No. Okay. All right. Thanks. My husband goes, as we're all saying, go stand up. My husband's like, oh.
Jerry, not too short.
Okay. Anyway, he says, stand up. I am standing always. Okay. So mean. So mean. All right. Okay. I really, again, I'm grateful for TD Bank's sponsorship. Of course, to the Chamber. Chris, Kate, welcome, Allie. We're so glad to have you. This is a big event to organize, and we're really appreciative. There are a number of sponsors. We're so grateful for their support as well. And we're incredibly fortunate to have a very rich and engaged business community and organizations that are so involved in our town. So we're really grateful, and you have been instrumental in West Hartford's success. JCC, this is an important part of my life. I grew up going to the JCC, and now my new granddaughter is going to be attending the preschool. So really wonderful. David, thank you, and Rachel, thank you so much for all that you do for our community. I have a number of colleagues here that I want to recognize from the Town Council. Deputy Mayor Ben Winograd, Councilors Deb Poulin, Tiffany McGinnis, and Barry Walters are here. Our board chair, Lorna Thomas Farquharson, is here. Welcome. And our town manager, Rick Ledwith, is also here. We also have a lot of town staff that I'm so grateful that are here. Our police chief, Riddick, is here. Assistant Chief Riccobon, Fire Chief Priest, Deputy Fire Chief Pacheco, Deputy Fire Chief Silver, Fire Marshal Grimaldi, our Town Clerk Leon Davidoff, our Public Works Director John Phillips, our Library Director Laura Imsher, our Leisure Services and Social Services Director Helen Rubino Turco, our Community Development Director Dwayne Martin is here, Lisa Newton, our Finance Director, is here, Josephine Agnello Valle is here as well, and I think that our Gina Verano is here, I think, the Corp Counsel's Office, and our Adrian Billings-Smith, Employee Development and Community Engagement Manager, is also here. I want to give a special shout out to Renee McHugh, who is sitting right there, who is running this show. Renee is our Public Relations Specialist, and this would not happen without Renee, and I'm so grateful for her support and guidance. Bob McHugh, her husband, is Deputy Director of Emergency Operations, works really hard. Mike Paruccio, Emergency Management Specialist, Rocco Lodato, EMS Officer, and our Police Captain, Aaron Vifiatis, is here. And there are, I think, a few other people that have joined us, but thank you all for being here. We have a very engaged and really wonderful, top-notch staff in West Hartford. I'm really proud to report that West Hartford is incredibly strong, but our success is not an accident. It is a result of generations of hard work, a continuous effort by those who have dedicated themselves to something much larger than themselves. President Barack Obama once said, "Our country soars when we look out for one another, when we root for one another's success, when we strive to do better and be better than the generation before us, and hold on to and build something stronger for those to come." That's the whole point of public service. This is an ongoing journey. It's not a destination. And I am deeply grateful for the many leaders, past and present, who have worked to make West Hartford a town that delivers exceptional services and high quality of life for all of those who want to call it home. These are challenging and chaotic times. Just today was a bit of a roller coaster, I think, for many. There is so much uncertainty, significant disruption, less respect, and more vitriol than in our recent history. It is very easy to be a keyboard warrior, spread false and hurtful information from behind a screen. There is little respite, especially for those in the public eye, making public service rather challenging. I know that our town employees work so hard on behalf of our residents. They take great pride in their work. I have the luxury of hearing the magnificent and wonderful feedback from our residents and visitors about their positive experience from all of our departments and all the areas across town. It's a bit easy to feel discouraged. I've received a lot of calls from residents that are really worried about a number of things. But I remind myself on the lesson of, and I brought the book, and so then I will put it aside. It will help. The Let Them Theory. I don't know if you've seen this. It's a bestseller list. My husband and I were actually audio listening to this after a friend had recommended it. And it really encourages, and I recommend you to read it, especially when you feel maybe a little ungrounded or that you don't have a lot of choices maybe. It encourages us to focus not on controlling others, because we can't. We can't control other people. But we can control as our own actions, responses, and our own growth, and how we respond to outside things that are happening. That mindset has helped shape me, my approach to governance, especially when things are rapidly changing or when things are difficult. Our community is vibrant, diverse, and caring. We support and care for each other. Some great examples include the Able Table, a public art piece and picnic table designed for accessibility, the library's annual Kindness Project, West Hartford's United Methodist Church toiletry and diaper drive. In addition, they also do a food drive regularly. The 30th annual Morley Elementary School Red Wagon Drive, collecting thousands of food items for our neighbors over the years. No matter who you love, what you believe, where you come from, or how you identify, we are a welcoming community for all. Our library holds a multilingual story time and a book club for immigrants who want to develop their English, reading, and communication skills. We have special events that celebrate our diversity, from Juneteenth, West Hartford Pride, and a community block party to bring neighbors together for a fun afternoon that normally maybe wouldn't connect. We will continue to be a community that learns from our history so we can become better citizens. We will look out for our most vulnerable residents and take care of every child. We will engage in sound and responsible governance, celebrate human decency, and speak the truth. We will be good neighbors and citizens and work to be good stewards of our environment. So, as people say, they may act in ways that we might not agree on for wherever you stand. In small and big ways, we have to let them. We have no choice. But we do have a choice about is let me. What can I do and how do I react? Focusing on our own actions to meet the needs of our community, to be ourselves and to better each other is really what we have control over. No matter what happens around us or to us, we in West Hartford will continue to lead with transparency, collaboration, and respectful dialogue, working to improve the lives of everyone in our town. West Hartford's excellence has not gone unnoticed. National publications from the New York Times to Kiplinger's, U.S. News and World Report, Travel and Leisure consistently rank our town as one of the best places to live in the country, to live, work, raise a family, and even retire. A key driver of our town's success is our outstanding public education system, and I'm so glad our board chair is here. Our schools are a source of immense pride and a primary reason so many young families choose to call West Hartford home. Conard and Hall High Schools rank in the top 3% of public schools, high schools nationwide, earning gold medal status on the AP School Honor Roll. But the true strength of our schools extends beyond the rankings. Diversity enriches the educational experience. 27% of our students are non-English speakers, representing 71 languages. 29% qualify for free and reduced lunches, and 17% receive special education services. There's great pride in our fine and performing arts, something that our town has really invested in over the years, encouraging our students to thrive. Hall High School's orchestra director, Emmett Drake, was recently recognized as an outstanding music educator by the National Federation of State High School Association. Later this month, you can witness the incredible talents of our students at Hall's 67th Pops and Jazz and Conard's production of Disaster, a 70s disaster movie musical. Should be a lot of fun. Our commitment to excellence starts early. Bugby Elementary School was recently ranked among the top 10 schools in Connecticut by U.S. News and World Report. All of this accomplished with very efficient per-pupil spending ratios in our state. Congratulations to Hall High's girls hockey and Conard Hall High's boys basketball for winning crosstown rival games. I want to take a moment to honor an extraordinary educator, Tracy Wilson, who recently passed away. A longtime U.S. history teacher at Conard and our town historian, Tracy was a passionate civil rights leader who challenged us to think critically and push for a more just and equitable future. Her legacy will continue to inspire generations of West Hartford residents around our country and around our world. Transparency, accountability, and fiscal responsibility remain the bedrock principles of our town government. Businesses choose where to locate based on a community's long-term financial health, which affects everything from property taxes to the reliability of essential services. While some governments rely on budgetary gimmicks, we have focused on responsible, reality-based budgeting. As a result, West Hartford's financial position is among the strongest it has ever been. We have the highest fund balance in our history, a nearly fully funded pension plan, and a AAA bond rating, allowing us to invest in capital projects at its lowest possible cost. But we must acknowledge the uncertainty and volatility that lies ahead. Examples of the town's capital investments include park improvements in our baseball and softball fields, basketball courts, restroom buildings, and yes, adding a new pickleball court. A new animal control facility that meets all the state's new regulations. It's quite lovely, I hear. A new fuel depot station, or will be. A fuel depot station, which is really important for us for our independence. A new material solution center at Public Works is being worked on. A school security improvements at Walcott Elementary School and King Philip Middle School. A new modern fire department training tower is in the works, as well as planning for a new community center. By investing in our community, this approach has driven property values up and spurred new development. In 2024 alone, our building department processed nearly 600 more permits than in the year before, 2023. One park alone had more than 1,500 permits. In January 2025, the median listing home price in West Hartford, Connecticut was $454,900, up 11% year over year, but the sold price was $475,000. On average, homes in the West Hartford sell after 25 days on the market, and slightly down. That's slightly down from last year, but the price continues to go up. Good and bad. Our grand list grew by $8.5 million, which is very little bit in 2024. But the reason for that, out of a net total of $7.2 billion, but the increase included a $50 million decrease in motor vehicle value due to a new state law that significantly changed the methodology of assessing motor vehicles. I think a lot of communities raised the flag that was problematic. The House and the Senate recently approved an option that would reverse this change. This would result in a significant increase in our grand list now, so we would be seeing about a $60 million grand list growth as the previous year. If approved, this total is expected to go up. The Town Council will vote on this at our annual budget meeting in April. Over the past year, several industries experienced significant growth in West Hartford. These including risk management and insurance, financial services, legal professionals, and manufacturing. Many businesses and restaurants opened this year, and some focused on unique experiences from hands-on pottery classes to yoga for kids. And if you went to the economic development presentation by Kristen Gorski, who couldn't be here tonight, you would see a remarkable range of businesses that we've welcomed into town. Demand for space for West Hartford outpaces supply. Occupancy levels in our town are greater than 94%, with 6,707 active registered businesses. To ensure retention and assist with expansion, our economic development team, Kristen Gorski and Lauren Siegel, have made more than 350 visits to businesses. In fact, they may have visited you. As a nearly fully developed town, we have worked creatively to support smart, sustainable growth with adaptive reuse of underutilized properties. We have encouraged responsible development through policies that promote affordability, green space, and infrastructure improvements. The transformative and long-awaited redevelopment of the former Yukon campus, which received its final approval just last year. And that's a prime example of all of this public-private partnership will create new housing, commercial space, deed-restricted public green space while improving traffic flow and connectivity. We have also leveraged state brownfield grants to redevelop underutilized properties, turning them into thriving community assets, such as we have the Elmwood Lofts and the L that were really examples of that. We have made affordability a top priority, ensuring new residential developments include affordable housing options. Some great examples include fellowship housing, Camelot, Jayden, and residents at Heritage Park. Investments in West Hartford's transit-oriented development are very important to our thriving community. Both the Elmwood Lofts and the Jayden are welcome additions to New Park and New Britain Avenue areas, or will be. In the DOT's recently released 5-year transportation infrastructure capital plan, the agency has a West Hartford train station at 285 Newfield Avenue in the Elmwood neighborhood near one of the town's Connecticut fast track stations. The project has an estimated cost of $70.5 million, which would include construction of 2 platforms, a parking lot, as well as improvements to the Flatbush Avenue bus station. This would be a big boost for this area in town. But before they do that, the DOT needs to finish its double tracking project from West Hartford, Hartford, Windsor, Windsor Locks, and Enfield to enable expansion. In addition to the brownfield grants, many West Hartford projects have also been funded by other grants, including American Rescue Plan Act, Sustainable CT Match Fund, and the State Bond Commission Awards. We, like many communities, are experiencing road safety issues, especially as we continue to expand and redevelop underutilized properties. Examples include the West Hartford Center infrastructure projects on making a more safe and connected center. The completed Shepherd Trail is expanding sidewalks and pedestrian-friendly infrastructure and bike paths, all of which are transforming how our residents move through town. We are also advancing Vision Zero, a policy aimed at eliminating traffic fatalities and serious accidents by reducing speeds throughout town. West Hartford was the first town in the state to adopt a Vision Zero plan a year ago. We have collected data and identified high injury network locations as a priority. Substantial progress has been made toward advancing Vision Zero in 2024. In total, 115 separate projects were accomplished thanks to $1 million ARPA allocation through the Connecticut State Legislature. An example of this is a sample of some of the projects completed in 2024. Raised crosswalks, speed tables, flashing beacons, rumble lanes, road diets, improved street lighting, removed vegetation for better sightline visibility, and more signage reducing speeds and improving safety for all road users. You can learn more by going to our Vision Zero webpage and reading our first annual report. I know there's a lot of people that are frustrated that Vision Zero and some of the changes haven't been made at a faster pace. We have been at this at a year, and we expect that the pace will accelerate and step up. But for 1 year, and this is a quote, I think it was Bill Gates possibly that said it, but I think it was repeated from somebody else. It's been said that people overestimate what can be done in a year, but underestimate what can be done in 10 years. And we know there's going to be complete transformation. 29 projects are going on new for 2025 in the near future or right now. We are currently working on a driver pledge. That will require people to take full responsibility for road safety when they are behind the wheel of a car. We invite you to do so by scanning the QR code. Right there, you can do it. I was not the first one to sign up. There were a couple of people ahead of me, but when I saw it, I did. But it does keep us really cognizant of what we can do when we get behind a wheel and how to be a more responsible driver. Be sure to take home a reflective armband so you can be visible walking at night. You will also help us by being a good role model for pedestrian safety. There was one up here, but I don't know where it is. Oh, okay. That's on the floor. I'm not getting it. West Hartford has been awarded and received funding for a federal state Streets for All grant to install 15 automated speed enforcement cameras across town, and a second $3.1 million grant, which we received approval for to make road safety, is currently held up at the federal level. This will be coming as an ordinance, and if you speak for it or against it, you are welcome to. But I encourage us, this is a magnifier effect, as our police say, in helping them enforce speed limits, which is one of the biggest causes for accidents in our community, and one of the most effective ways to reduce speeds and improve pedestrian safety. A road safety audit is an important planning tool for future road improvements. One was completed on Park Road in preparation for road rehab project that will begin this summer. Another is planned for Sedgwick Road in the fall, and DOT has actually completed one on Albany Avenue in preparation of developing plans to improve pedestrian mobility and overall traffic flow at the intersection of Albany and North Main Street. This construction project will be 80% federally funded and 20% state funds. Construction is anticipated in 2027. We are also committed to sustainability in all we do, not only for the environment, but a lot of times it's economically responsible. Connecticut faces a trash crisis, and we're leading efforts to reduce waste by expanding food waste diversion in all of our schools and launching free organic waste drop-off locations for residents this spring. Sustainable CT has named West Hartford a climate leader, and in 2024, we were awarded one of 6 gold certified communities. West Hartford has achieved a remarkable milestone in renewable energy adoption through a strategic combination of renewable energy credit purchases, on-site solar installations, and virtual net metering, which we won a national award for. The town has exceeded its goal for powering municipal buildings with 100% renewable energy. In addition, we completed a tree canopy study and planted more than 1,000 young, healthy native trees through the West Hartford Tree Project, which is funded through Sustainable CT Match Grant, powered by dedicated volunteers and supported by the expertise of staff from Leisure Services, Public Works, and West Hartford Public Schools. So I want to return to the central theme, the importance of exercising control over what we can and therefore taking action at a local level. The let me theory allows me to control my actions and do it because I want to, not because I need to please somebody else. Citizen participation is the foundation of a representative democracy. Over 40% of our residents took advantage of 14-day early voting period offered for the first time in Connecticut, and 80% of our registered voters participated in the presidential election. I want to thank our Register of Voters, town clerk staff, and poll workers, which made this election go smoothly. I don't know if you experienced that early voting, but we received so much positive feedback. Thanks to our police, fire, and public works departments, which worked behind the scenes to ensure everyone's safety. Civic engagement comes in so many forms, and so many of you know this. 2 great examples are our public safety staff who are introducing youth to careers in public service. In an effort to inspire and recruit future firefighters from within our community, the West Hartford Fire Department has partnered with the West Hartford Public Schools to teach a new emergency medical responder certification class to students in both of our public high schools. Taught by West Hartford firefighters and paramedics, the program educates our young adults about careers in the fire service while teaching real-world skills that lead to a state of Connecticut pre-hospital medical certification. Likewise, the West Hartford Police Department offers an internship designed to expose college students to law enforcement. The Behind the Badge program is unique in that no other internship in Connecticut provides participants with this level of education integrated with hands-on experience designed to encourage students to consider a career in law enforcement. There are so many ways to step in and make a difference. For instance, you can volunteer as a coach, mentor, scout leader, CERT member, which is our emergency response team, or a local charity, or donate. Many of you present or listening online have been doing so and are so committed to our community by sharing your expertise, your passion, your time, your energy, and your interest. Please know that you all make a tremendous impact. And as I look around the room, I see such an incredible cross-section of talent: accountants, lawyers, engineers, restaurateurs, architects, and community leaders. Serving on a town board or commission is one way to giving back to help shape the future of our own community. I encourage you to visit the town's website if that's of interest to you. So, the let them theory does not give away our control or our power. It stops others from taking our power from us or controlling us. It allows me and you to take control over our own lives, no matter what's going on around us. It can feel simple, even normal and customary to give up power and say, there's nothing I can do, but there always is. It might not always be easy, but it always is possible. It might be small, it might be big. Holocaust survivor, journalist, and Nobel Prize winner Elie Wiesel said, ultimately, the only power to which man should aspire is that which he exercises over himself. West Hartford is thriving, not because of luck, but because of tireless efforts of those like you and so many others who have dedicated themselves to this community. Thank you. It's been an honor to speak to you today, and may God bless our town, our state, and our country. Thank you. I'm attached.
You good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Sherry. That was fantastic. We truly appreciate your leadership as well as all of the support from all of our town council folks. I'm sorry, Sherry. Did you want to? Were there? Yeah. And Renee is going to be walking around with the microphone. If anybody had any questions for the mayor. Sorry, Sherry.
Well, it was usually the Yukon property, so.
No, that's what she's going to say.
Any questions? Yes.
With the cost of rising egg prices, do you think we'll be able to keep chickens in West Hartford?
Bears, I don't know. It's been a little issue with bears, but we'll continue to talk about it. It's been a challenge. Good question. Any other? Westmore Park can house chickens, and
Very true.
And I believe they do sell eggs.
they do sell eggs. Yes.
With the Bishop's Corner remodel, since some of it's federally funded, is there any question we will not get that funding?
I'll repeat the question. With the Bishop Corner remodel, 80% of it's federally funded. Is there a chance that could get pulled back? Yes. I mean, all our federal funding is I think, at risk unless you've received it. Any other questions? I don't see any.
Covered it well.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. But, all right. Thank you.
All right, and we did have some prizes courtesy of our presenting sponsor, TD Bank. So those of you who got one of those blue tickets on the way in, we're going to draw some winners. Steve, do you want to pull the lucky number? The first one is for the TD Bank wireless phone charger and Munson's chocolates.
Ooh.
620. Where's my glasses?
Oh. Sorry. It is 620-1046. 1046? No.
Left early. Or.
All right, we're going to try another one.
6200989.
Andreas. Fantastic.
That's the phone charger one, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
The next one is for TD Bank mugs and more Munson's chocolates. It's a candy day, I guess.
281.
Anyone?
6200281. No? All right.
No takers?
272.
No?
Here we go.
Ah, there we are. Excellent. And then the final one is 2 tickets to a Hartford Yard Goats home game.
Home game. I don't have the tickets yet. I don't have the schedule, but field box seats for a date and time to be determined. So we'll just I'll give you my contact information. 984. No.
Ah, I thought somebody would be jumping at that one. Let's try again.
994. There we go. Give them back.
Of all people.
Yeah, Chuck's gonna pass. Yeah,
Of all people, right?
he gets his own tickets.
270.
Annie, excellent. Wonderful. And I just want to thank once again our sponsors, our presenting sponsor, TD Bank, our gold sponsors, Blueback Square, Clifton Larson Allen, Jasco Development, Liberty Bank, One Park Apartments, People's Bank, and Tea Leaf Realty. Our silver sponsors, Butter Cannabis, Westfield Bank. Media sponsors, Amp Radio, 2020 Media, and Weha.com. And then our hospitality providers, our host, the JCC, and then our caterers, Harvest Wine and La Mazet. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening, and we look forward to celebrating in our post-presentation reception.